Hi there. I'm Dr. Nefertari and Kinjay. It gives me great pleasure to introduce myself to you as the instructor of this course, Instructional Strategies for Diverse Students and Settings. This is an 8-week course. It carries 3 credits and there are 3 required textbooks. I will introduce the course in a comprehensive style. There will not be weekly videos for this course. This sole video will give you an overview of the course, and I will do my very best to outline all expectations so that we start the course on the same page. This course, Instructional Strategies for Diverse Students and Settings, happens to be an exemplary course for me to teach. This is an area of expertise. And the very first or primary textbook which you should have in your possession or have on the way is Classroom Instruction That Works. And this textbook has been published by ASCD. It's an excellent resource to allow you to, first of all, master the growth mindset. So Carol Dweck actually coined the growth mindset, which is a viable and accessible mode for just mastering and being open to new knowledge. And hopefully we will demonstrate our ability to exemplify the growth mindset as opposed to its alternative, which is a fixed mindset, which is a no-no. We start after introductions of one another. We will start in week 1 with an environment for learning, setting the environment for learning. During the course of this course, this graduate course, you will be required to read Classroom Instruction That Works in its entirety. Week 2 focuses on chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7 of that text, and chapters 1 and 2 of our second text, which is differentiating instruction in the regular classroom. So you will find, first of all, let's say that's a lot of reading. As an online course, by admission, this is a rigorous course. You cannot get away with mastering this course without having done the reading for the week. So it's a good idea to kind of map out the obligations in advance to ensure that you've done that reading so that you can collaborate in a very meaningful way in our classroom discussions with your peers. Our conversation should be in depth. Our discussion should be lively because it adds to and complements each of our learning. For week 2, we will develop a greater understanding of the ideal classroom conditions for differentiation. And we will advance from there to week 3, where we will incorporate chapters 8, 9, and 10 of Classroom Instruction That Works, and chapters 3 and 4 of our differentiating instruction, our DI text. For this week, week 3, we will extend upon and apply the knowledge that we've learned thus far in practical application. There is a significant portion of the course which focuses upon leading professional learning. And in that this is a graduate course, this is something that we have to all be comfortable with, in the sense that you are no longer just teachers, you're scholar practitioners. So in the art of having mastered your craft, you must be comfortable with leading professional learning. It's important to mention at this juncture that you will maintain a weekly journal for this course. That weekly journal should be updated. It should focus on the, reflections that you have from our readings each week, but also include how your faith intersects with your professional obligation. It's important that you know that the third and very important required text for the course allows you to capitalize upon how you are able to exercise your faith as a Christian and incorporate that into your professional advocacy, your professional role and obligations. Week 4 of the course is a focus upon strategies for English language learners. If you have not had contact with ELL students as yet in your classrooms, it's something that you should be prepared for, because data, quite frankly, demonstrates that we will all have this interaction within the course of our career. From a personal standpoint, this is an area of expertise. I am actually broadcasting from the classroom portion of my office, which allows me to interact and teach students internationally. I teach Chinese children, lap babies, all the way up to teenage years, the English language. So I, again, love what I do as an educator, and I practice what I teach, in that I am, able to keep my skills sharpened in the area of meeting the needs of diverse students and differentiating instruction for the wide variety of learners that I encounter 5 or 6 days out of every week. Very early in the mornings because of the 12-hour time difference. I'm teaching between 4 a.m. and 8 or 9 a.m. Okay, back to the course. Week 5 focuses on differentiating instruction. We get into the meat of how to differentiate instruction in the regular classroom. Week 5 focuses on the readings from the DI text, chapters 5, 6, and 7. We will learn the wide variety of benefits of differentiating instruction. You will learn how to infuse and incorporate flexible groupings with your students so that we can remove ourselves as scholar practitioners, as teachers. We don't want to only be comfortable being the sage on the stage, but rather being the facilitator that allows our students to capitalize upon one another's strengths. And once students take charge of their own learning, studies show that their academic achievement increases exponentially. So to the extent that we are able to remove ourselves as that sage and wise, all-knowing factor or force in the classroom, and allow our students to demonstrate their academic strengths in small flexible groups and to teach one another, we will it will make our work a lot easier. We'll work smarter and not harder, and we will also meet their diverse needs. Week 6 of the course will focus on managing a differentiated classroom. It may be daunting at first to consider meeting the needs of a wide variety, a wide range of students, from those who are very gifted and to those who are more at risk or high needs at the lower end of the spectrum. But that, quite frankly, is what we do every day. We have to find the balance in juggling that. So to that extent, I think you will benefit from and appreciate this course for just providing you with the strategies for how you're going to manage the differentiated needs of the students who are diverse in the way that they come to us. So our students have a wide variety of ethnicities, of faiths and beliefs, of cultural backgrounds, of language acquisition and or barriers, of socioeconomic class. Our students are as varied as the day is long, so we must learn to incorporate their and meet the needs of their the diversity that they come to us with. And hopefully this course will help you do that. In week 7, we will focus on strategies for those students who do appear on the lower end of the spectrum, whether that be students who have been diagnosed with ADHD, or those who are unmotivated for any wide variety of reasons, or those who might even fall within that lower socioeconomic class, and their learning preferences and or needs are necessitated by that reality. So we will learn strategies for implementing classroom instruction that works in a way to complement our high need students. And again, that's an area of expertise for me, so I hope that I can be a resource to you. Our course culminates in week 8 with strategies for special education students, which is inclusive of not only students on the lower end of the spectrum of multi-tiered systems and supports, or RTI, but those who are gifted. Because quite frankly, many of our students have untapped genius. They're sitting there and they're bored because we're teaching to the middle and not meeting the needs of every student, regardless of where they fall on the academic spectrum. So we will, hopefully, you will take away from this course a wide variety of strategies. We will culminate our 8-week learning with an opportunity for you to demonstrate your ability to incorporate what we've learned. So we're going to transform theory into practice by virtue of your revising a unit of instruction, and then videotaping yourself, instructing your students, and sharing that as a part of your final project. I am accessible to each of you. It is, again, a joy to teach graduate level education students. It is an area of expertise. It is something that I believe is a requirement for us to be true scholar practitioners and to make a difference in the lives of our student. We must, each and every student, we must find a way to meet their diverse needs. So I am accessible to you by email. That's preferred to the phone. I can will respond to you within 24 to 48 hours. You don't have to email me. There is in Blackboard, our online classroom, there is a forum, a discussion forum where you can ask questions, whereby you can, engage with your peers, your graduate level classmates, and or pose a question directly to me. In your emails, please be formal. Address me as Dr. Nkinje rather than Nefertari, and concise about your needs or requests. I am a stickler, admittedly, for APA format. That is a required format in graduate level education courses. And I hope that this video has been comprehensive enough to give you an idea of what to expect in this course. I look forward to working with each of you, learning from each of you. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out. Take care. God bless.